Well, just finished pushing her home. We're gonna, I said at the beginning of the video, I'll show you how I made the clutch and everything, how I'm basically giving you an overview of the mower and how it works and what I've done to it. So, we'll see about that. I don't know anymore. Well, stay tuned for part 2. I'll tear down the motor. Alright, so let's start tearing into this thing and seeing what's wrong with the motor. First, I'm going to start draining the oil, and then we'll pull the spark plug, and if I feel like, and then I'll pull the valve cover maybe, but maybe I'll have to pull the head. I don't know. We'll see. Let's start. Check out the oil that's coming out of there. That's not good, and there's quite a bit of it too. It's actually not as thin as I thought it would be. Got my boots drying on the fan there. Walking around in slippers because don't want to put on socks and my feet are all soggy. Feels nasty, I don't like it. Oh, we're still draining. Oh my goodness, look how much oil there is. It's up to there. You can see that? Holy crap. People say that oil and water don't mix, but they mix perfectly fine. Just look at the stuff in here. When you mix it, it turns to like a creamy coffee color. It mixes just fine. Okay, well, I just popped off the air filter sitting there, and I think that what happened was somehow, since it was overfilled with crankcase with oil, or fluid in the crankcase, I think that what happened is however the breather system works. I know it's supposed to let a little bit through, mostly just air, but I think that maybe what happened was it just let go because of so much pressure in the crankcase from all the extra fluid, and it just blew it all into the engine. And that's why it blew so much smoke, and that's why it, because now there's all this stuff in the carburetor, and it just looks like the stuff that's in the crankcase. So I think that might be what happened. The motor's probably just fine, and it just got the PCV system blew up, and it shot a bunch of oil right into the intake. So we'll see. Alright, so the carburetor's off, filled with that stuff also. Air box is off, and the PCV line was full of all that nasty stuff too. You can't see it too well; it's kind of dark in there. Now I'm just going to pull this valve cover off, or the valve adjustment cover, which isn't really that because it's an overhead valve. But I'm going to pull the cover off regardless and see what's underneath there. Okay. I've never removed this cover before on this motor, so let's see what happens here. There it goes. Best way to do that, but okay. Well, you see, there's that. There's this thing. Oop, just dropped something on it. I don't know exactly how it works, but I guess that probably just got filled up with whatever and blew it all into the intake. But it doesn't look like it's damaged at all. Not exactly sure how this valve is supposed to work, if that's even a valve. But nothing obviously bad, so I guess I'll just put it back together. Gasket's still good. Just clean everything up and see what happens. Change the oil, obviously. Gotta put some used motor oil in it, just to mix it up, try to get rid of all that watery stuff, and then change it with clean oil. Just gonna clean up this oil in the air box down here. Let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna wipe this off, put her back together with clean oil, and see what happens, and the right amount of oil, which is just as important. Alright, well, I ran some used motor oil through some coffee filters, and now I got some used motor oil here. I'm gonna go put that into the mower, and that green light indicates that my battery's all charged. So let's see what we can do. Alright, well, there's the motor. Let's see if we can dump some motor oil into it. We'll hook up the battery and see what happens. There we go, perfect. Right on the line. Okay, now I'm just going to pop the spark plug out and turn it over a little bit. Try to blow out some oil from the cylinder, because I think the cylinder's got a lot of oil in it. Oh yeah. Check that out. Nasty. Oil is draining out of my spark plug hole. So yeah, there's some oil in the cylinder. Just a little bit. Let's see how easy it turns over now. I know this is backwards, but you know. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we got oil in it. We got gas. I took the spark plug out, so it should start. We got the Chooch cam going here, and you can see there is oil dripping out of the exhaust. So it should get a pretty good chooch when it starts, if it starts. All right, well, let's see what happens. Drive her back up to the garage. Okay, well, we just drove it from the backyard to the front yard. Let's see what the oil looks like. Ooh, still kind of milky and coffee colored. Maybe we'll have to do 2 dirty oil changes here. I don't know. But she runs good. I mean, still burning off some oil there, but you know, she's working. She's not totally lost. Okay, time for oil change number 2. Alright guys, time for a status update here on the racing mower. Let's see what it does. Well, actually guys, I've already seen it start in the beginning of this video. But that happened about a week ago. So let's see here, I got a new air filter. And I had to change the oil 3 times before it stopped coming out milky. There's my new air filter. Now let's check the oil in this thing. There it is. It's a little low. Maybe I should add some more. But you can see it looks brand new. So after being sunk, hydrolocked twice, once with water and then once with oil, how does she run? Let's find out. She's on. Gas is on. Choke is on. Let's give it a turn. louder and fucking burning fires of hell. And all the people in it screaming. I'm gonna put the stock exhaust back on. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, there she is. Running good. This thing's a friggin' beast. Goes through anything. I mean, except for water, that kind of slows it down a little bit, but yeah, pretty awesome.